And here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon once again with the Heavens Monsters podcast. February 12th edition of 205 Live and March. Did I say that in the last video? Did I say February? Oh my God.
I don't know.
I'll look at that later. This is going to be March 2nd for 205 Live and March 13th for NXT. Oh my goodness, I gotta put that in the descriptions down below saying I do apologize. I said February out of habit still. Yeah. Anyway, with me always is T-Money, King of Puppies. There you go. I already got the info here, so he's going to mess with his phone while I talk about 205 Live, a show he don't care for.
Yeah, because they don't impress me. I don't know none of these new guys.
Ooh, but you're going to be kind of sore about this info.
I like the original cruiserweights.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got the tournament in the semifinals going for WrestleMania and who's going to fight Buddy Murphy. Well, it's only 2 matches and one little thing in between, so here we go. First match was Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak. 2 guys who were friends, enemies, frenemies, rivals, whatever you want to call them. They're back at it again. Both say they're going to win, but only one can truly claim that, in which case submission hold specialist Drew Gulak put up a good fight, but once he was thrown in the turnbuckle, Tony Nese hit him with the running knee, which was a running knee, into the face and got the victory and goes on to the finals to fight who? Let me get to that in just a second. First in between is an individual who I've been thinking of saying this to his face this whole time, and I was hoping somebody would, and I'm glad it wasn't exactly how I would say it, but the message was sent. Courtesy of Mike Kanellis and his wife Maria Kanellis telling Drake Maverick that he wants competition, that he wants to fight, that he deserves to be having that respect that for the 16 years that he's been wrestling, not in WWE, but in general around the world, and all his accomplishments. Because last week he was given a match from a hometown fighter so that he could actually, stop his losing streak. But he didn't even take the win. He just freaking made it a no contest. The bell didn't even ring. That sucks. So now Drake Maverick says this, and I'm happy he did. Just make sure. I'll give you what you want. Next week, you'll fight a true cruiserweight contender. Like, finally. But hey, just to make sure, there's no place for losers here. And they chuckled here and there. Couldn't take them serious. Oh, no. Just so we're clear, I'm giving you this opportunity because come next week, you might not have any more. Put that for food for thought. I was like, hell yeah, how many losses have he had? 3, 5 in a row? Not including the freaking count out? Look up, damn. Guy is just going to be known as a loser Maria married. He's not going to make a name for himself in WWE at this rate. He gone. Will he go to NXT? I don't know.
But you understand, no one's paying attention to him.
No, nobody is.
They're paying attention to Maria.
Yep. In which case, last match, and the second match really, would be a long-ass fight between a NXT veteran, Oni Lorcan, who made it to the semifinals against former Cruiserweight champion and winner of last year's WrestleMania, the soul of 205 Live, Cedric Alexander. And boy, that was a good fight. Damn. That was a good fight. For a second there, I thought Cedric was going to lose, but he pulls a fast one. As soon as Oni Lorcan goes at the end of the match, it's not as soon. He goes for what he would appear to be his finisher. Cedric grabs him by the tights, pulls him in, hits him with the backbreaker customized finisher called the lumbar check, and gets the win and goes to the semifinals to fight Tony Nese. Next, I think it's 2 weeks? Oh, damn, 2 weeks from now. Or next week. I don't know. This is crazy. It's almost WrestleMania. You're going to make a fight in the next 2 weeks or next week? I don't know. This is crazy. Crazy. And that'll be it for 205 Live. So we'll be right back with NXT. All right, here we go. NXT March 13th of 2009 review. Here we go. It's the Dusty Road Classics, honoring the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, who was a big supporter of NXT. So it's a fourth annual tournament. There was a third, so this is a fourth. In this first semifinals match, we have Mustache Mountain versus the Forgotten Sons. In which case, the match ends unfairly because former Impact wrestler known as Gunner, what's his name? Jason Riker gets in the match without the referee knowing, grabbing the leg, and ultimately costing him the match. Also attacking one of the tag team members when the referee wasn't looking. That would give them the opportunity to knee shot him outside the ring and then finish him inside the ring, ultimately continuing on with the classic, going to the finals. Damn. First, it's Street Profits that don't get the win because they were beaten by Mustache Mountain, and Mustache Mountain loses. Like, damn. This sucks. Sucks. Next up would be a number one contendership match for the women's NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver New York for WrestleMania 35. It would be Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair. And that match was pretty good until the whole time on commentary you had the champ herself, the ruthless cutthroat submission magician, as she's called, Shayna Baszler. I'm getting it. Shayna Baszler. See, I screwed up right there. I screwed up. Tongue twist right there. I got up and I went bleh.
And he said he was getting it.
I was getting it because I got up and it said Blazer. What the fuck is a Blazer? Shayna Baszler. Baszler. Like Basil. Baszler. I say, I haven't met her. Yeah, okay, here you go. I think that's it. Anyway. There's only one more match. Anyway, she would interrupt the match, putting to sleep Bianca Belair. Then she would try to put Ino Shirai, but Kairi Sane comes in, defends her friend, and gets put to sleep instead. And then back again, Io Shirai is put to sleep right after that, after doing some good damage, but turns her back on Shania. Like again. Damn. She's then lays out 3 different women, and ultimately after that she's walking proudly, should I say. But then is told this: instead of a number one contender, she has to, per her actions by order of General Manager William Regal, she's going to fight all 3 women at NXT TakeOver. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, buddy. This is going to be a good match. All 4 of those women, I don't care who wins, it's going to be good. In the famous words of our H-Town soon-to-be two-time Hall of Famer Booker T, it's going to be good. We got some straw here. Or dead grass, one of the two. After that, 2 things happen. One, we would have a face-to-face encounter in the back during an interview with Matt Riddle on his take on challenging Velveteen Dream for the North American champions. the man who I am questioning his resolve. Why is he always going after the North American title when he should be going after the world title? Nope. Here he comes again. Adam Cole, baby, has his eyes on that North American title, and he don't want nobody else gunning for it. So it's going to be him versus Matt Riddle to determine who's going to be the next number one contender next week, I think. Another addition would be Keith Lee and Dominic Dozovic, or whatever you call it. Those two Goliaths are going to fight in 2 weeks. Why 2 weeks? Why? Why? Why not now? Why not now? Damn schedule. Those two behemoths. Woo. So, last match of the night will be the last semifinals between these two teams. And, oh man, you want to talk about good. You want to talk about good. It will be the reunited DIY of Tommaso Ciampa, the champion, versus, and as well as Johnny Gargano versus the people I mentioned in the last video who were on a fire. Aleister Black and Ricochet. Those two are all former and current world champions. North American just champions. They're just playing, they're all good. That was a good match. I take nothing away from any of them. That was fucking good. They did everything. They did power bombs, they did kicks, they did tricks, they did freaking net breakers on the outside of the ring where the ramp is. I mean, Aleister Black's leg was right here. Here's Tommaso Ciampa with his head. Bang! Like that. They just did everything. But at the end of it all, it would be an injured Johnny Gargano outside the ring that would leave Tommaso Ciampa all to himself to defend himself and ultimately lose against Ricochet and Aleister Black. Fading to black, rolling back kick would be the one thing that puts him in the grave. But what buries him is a 630 rotating splash from Ricochet that puts the 1, 2, 3 on DIY. Moving on to the finals to fight the Forgotten Sons is Ricochet and Aleister Black. Ooh, this is going to be good. Shit. If they win it, they're going to fight. Whoever wins that match is going to fight War Machine. Well, they're known as War Machine on any other brand, but on NXT and WWE, they're known as the War Raiders. So, war is coming to NXT TakeOver New York, no matter who wins. The Dusty Classic. Woo! And as a bonus before we end this, dude, Tommaso and Johnny had feuds many times, and people were thinking that Johnny was going to get screwed again by Tommaso Ciampa because his wife comes out to help him, and Tommaso helps Johnny walk up to the stage. And right when you think it couldn't have happened or it is going to happen, you're hoping it doesn't, you think it is, you know it is, you're questioning everything that's happening because it's like one little suggestion and there goes, boom. And sure enough, right there, Tommaso Ciampa, like he did at one time, he betrayed Johnny Gargano the last time. He goes and tries to put him into the freaking electric lights. But Johnny fooled everybody. Payback's a bitch. The whole injury was a lie. Because he knew Ciampa too damn well. And I think his wife was in on it. Because the second he stopped him from being thrown into the freaking light posts, you know, underneath the Megatron.
Yeah. Titantron.
Huh?
Titantron.
Titantron, yeah. He looks at him and he's Tomas is like, hey, buddy. Like, buddy, fuck you. It is a reverse of what happened when Tommaso screwed him. Payback's a bitch. Faking an leg injury, costing the match on purpose, and then screwing him right when he knew he was going to get screwed. He just plays him bad. And his wife was in on it, because once he lays his ass out on stage, his wife is smiling. His wife, and she's a wrestler too in NXT. His wife is smiling, everybody screaming, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Wrestling. What?
Come on, Ryan.
Okay, 1 second. Like I was saying, people were screaming, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Wrestling. And he's like, that's right, I'm Johnny freaking Wrestling. I'm back, baby. And his wife is smiling even more brightly as they leave Tommaso Ciampa on stage. And what I can only imagine is another match between Johnny versus Ciampa at NXT TakeOver New York. Again. Damn. I mean, I know their roster is limited, but come on.
Hello?
We'll be right back. Yeah. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the review. This guy doesn't care about it, but I'm happy he was here to help me out remember all this stuff, because with my memory, that's why I like working in teams doing this podcast. Because if I don't remember it, I know if my buddies will. So, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button. You like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven Monsters podcast. Hopefully next Monday, we're going to have a 2-episode review of Impact Wrestling, featuring what would be tonight's, which is Friday, and last Friday. So, we'll see you then. Oh, almost forgot. Gotta show some love for the rest of the Heaven Monsters. Shout out to our boys Xavier Hill and Mike Henry. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below. And a shout out to Renee, Farrell, Chris Petrie, Andre, and Delvin. Thank y'all. We will see you next time. And as always... Oh, shoot. We haven't made a catchphrase for the Heaven Monsters, have we? I was thinking it's, have our day of play. Because the monsters love to play, don't we?
Yes.
In a world of peace and prosper, monsters are not welcome. So when we have our day of play to trash talk, woo-hoo-hoo, hey, we're going to have our day of play. Let's play. So be ready to have your monsters have their day of play. See you then, people, on the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. Peace out.
Bye.
And you wanted to play, didn't you? This guy want to play with them puppies.